Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. Friends, European markets had a good strong close. Most of them were up about 0.6%, and on the back of that even US markets started off on a good note, but in the middle of the market there were some profit warnings and lowering of the guidance by some of the companies, particularly AMD and Cummins said that the overall growth outlook is not that good because the growth from some of the emerging markets have not been good. So after that we saw a sell off across the board, and finally they ended 0.6% down, and in fact the Nasdaq was down 1% as some of the technology stocks saw a much higher pressure. When we look at the Asian markets today, most of them are flat, no real major action, and in fact the Japanese markets have been going down for the past 5 days, and the yen is actually at about 1 month high, which is bit of a concern. When we look at the euro, it continues to be around 1.22, and the dollar index is at about 83.75. Talking about the flows, friends, we continue to see good strong buying by the FIs, and yesterday in the cash market they were buyers to the tune of 607 crore. And the domestic institutions were seller to the tune of 488 crore. Back home, friends, we had a very strong session yesterday, and there was a participation across the board, particularly banks, infra, auto, and even some of the mid caps. And in fact, the markets closed at almost 3-month high. So let's do an F&O check with Nandish on what one can do in the current scenario. Hi Nandish, good morning.
Good morning.
Finally the jinx is broken and we saw some upside and we managed to cross that important resistance level. But the overall global scenario doesn't look that great. But from the F&O perspective, do you think that there is a case for a substantial up move from here on?
See, what I like to highlight is that we have seen a very good rally from 4,800 levels. Now the overall trend of the market is up, but we have past 2 days we have seen some unwinding in the open interest, and overall trend is up. It's indicating positions is unwinding. Now it's forming a base on a lower side. Now in the previous session we have seen around 10 lakh shares is added in open interest with a significant increase in the cost of carry, and the PCR ratio, which was hovering around 1.21, 1.17, has finally seen an uptick to 1.21 again. That's a very good sign. So what I feel that for a short term market will see a bottom around 5,300 levels and may see momentum continuing on higher side.
Right. Also, there are some important results and events. So have we come out with any specific strategy?
Yeah, we have a strategy on Infosys. We have formed a butterfly put spread. What I have did, you can buy one lot of 2,200 put option. Okay, simultaneously you have to sell 2,300 two lots, and again you have to buy 2,400 put option one lot. So now the outflow in the strategy will be around 10 points, which comes to around 1,250 rupees, and the maximum profit potential in the strategy is 9,000 rupees, 11,000 rupees. So if Infosys, what we have seen that out of 10 instances, whenever results is there, Infosys is in a negative closing around 8 times, and the average IV for the stock stays around 30%. We have seen that the IV has shoot up to around 55%. So even though after the event, once the event is out, and IV gets cool off, we may see a very good, that's a positive sign for the strategy as well. So that is the reason we formed a lower side butterfly spread for the strategy.
So around what levels one would stand to benefit the most?
See, the break-even point for the strategy is around from 2,210 to 2,290. So 2,390. So if the stocks expires in this range, we may see a profit coming in, and maximum profit potential of 11,500 rupees will be at 2,300 levels.
Great. And any other interesting ideas that you can share with us?
See, from yesterday also we recommended Sesagoa. Sesagoa we seen a very good uptick from 208 levels, and then we see a retracement. But again it managed to close about 200 levels. So one can buy Sesagoa 200 call options. Say around stop loss can be maintained 5 rupees 50 paise, and 8 to 12 rupees can be targeted in coming days.
Right, Nandish, thanks a lot for that update. Friends, back home, as I said, we had a very good session, and talking about the company specific developments, IndusInd Bank came out with good set of numbers, and we had rolled out a strategy to participate in the movement. The stock continues to be in that range, so that strategy is valid even for today. Actually, FC Limited is likely to come out with numbers, and the market consensus is that the net interest income growth would be about 28%. And we have already rolled out a strategy to participate in the movement on the results announcements. Also, an important news, friends, that MCX SX has finally got the SEBI approval for setting up the equity and other asset classes, and as we all know that the MCX is very aggressive and they already have the infrastructure in place. So we could see some action in the MCX stock on the back of that. That's it on the news front, friend. Have a nice trading session. See you tomorrow at the same time.